Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. It's Wendy here from Little Nest Crafts, and this video is being brought to you today because I'm taking part in the Dephemerember 2024 ephemera inspiration that's being hosted by Barbara from 49 Dragonflies and Luise from Luise Heinzl. And it's being run from the 2nd of December right up until the 31st of December, and it's it's being held from on from Monday to Thursday every day of the week, and then apart from Friday, Saturday, Sunday obviously. So we've had the first week now, and I joined on the 4th of December with my quirky cat or dog, and then I've done the third one, and then I'm just doing the one that was held on the 2nd of December now, which is altered playing card and antique keys. Now I've only got one key in my I've only got one card in my stash, and that's this one, so it's a bit battered, but I'll use it anyway. And what I thought I'd do, with it being the Two of Hearts, that thing that sprung to mind was Alice in Wonderland and the Queen of Hearts. And I am hoping to do an Alice in Wonderland journal at some point. So I haven't actually got a journal to put this in, so it'll just be a standalone piece. But what I have got is this little napkin here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the Mr. White Rabbit out here, but first I need to separate the layers on my napkin, and I had a go just prior to coming on camera to find the end, because I thought if I try and do it on camera it's going to be a nightmare, because it will take me all night to find it. Now I do apologise. I'm full of cold and a cough, so I do apologise if I start coughing and sneezing, but I'll try not to as best as I can, and you'll just have to forgive my gruff voice. So what I'm going to do is use a bit of Mod Podge on this card, and then I'm going to wet around my napkin a little bit when I can find get this foil open on the top here. I only used it day before yesterday as well, and it sealed itself back down, but we can sort that out. There we go. Just finding the bit where I try and keep the foil on the top because it does stop it evaporating a little bit. Oh, now before I do that, just bear with me 1 second. I'll just get my water brush. So there we are. So what I'm going to do, just to make it a little bit easier, I'm just going to, in fact I'm just wondering whether to go around that little piece there. I'll try not to hit the Queen if I can help it. Keep some of these grassy bits on for now. And then we'll just see whether we can pull it out a little bit easier. So just bear with me 1 second. See whether it'll come away where we've wet the tissue. Oops a daisy. So I hope that you're all doing well, and I hope you've enjoyed the first week of Dephemerember. As I say, it's my first time joining in, but I've enjoyed the 3 days that I've done so far. I quite like having a little challenge, and yeah, I've quite enjoyed it. So there we go. There's our Mr. Rabbit here. And I quite like that it's kept the number 2 around him. So what we'll do is then we'll apply the Mod Podge. Sort of around there, I think it went, didn't it? In fact, it doesn't really matter if it goes over the other parts, because it'll probably just strengthen it a little bit, and it dries quickly, so rather than faff. So this is going to be a really quick project here, which I hope you don't mind. It's quite late, and as I say, I'm really full of cold. There we are. And then we'll smooth him down. Put a bit more Mod Podge on the top. Try not to crinkle it up too much. Yeah, I did an Alice in Wonderland journal when I very first started journaling, and a lady over in the States bought it, so I was pleased as punch. It was a little TN size journal, but it was packed full of all sorts, and I really enjoyed making it. So I'm quite looking forward to doing another one. So this might spur me on. There we go. So I'll just move that out your way, and then I'm just going to trim these extra bits off down there. Oops. And then I'm going to use my heat gun just to dry it off a little bit. So I'll be back in 1 minute. So I think he's dry now. And he's a bit wrinkly, but I quite like that. He's a bit distressed looking. And then what we want to do is think about what we're going to do on the back. Now, I didn't know whether to put the Queen on the back as well. And I've got a sentiment here that I want to put on the back, and it says, life is a journey and only you hold the key. So what I thought I would do is cut that sentiment out. And I've done it in 3 different sizes. So if I had the Queen, what I'll do is I'll do the same that I did before with her. take her out. Make sure I don't lose her fingers. There we go. There we are. And I thought I'd pop her on there, because what I'm going to do is when I use it in the journal, I'll use it as a standalone piece, you know, not actually glued down. So I'm just wondering which sentiment would, let me just cut these three out and then we can decide which one we're going to use. So let's have a look. So we could have, we just ink round them. So if she was down there, we could pop that one up there like that. Or we could use the larger one. Let's have a look. Where the sentiment's a bit bigger. Excuse my nails. We had a curry earlier on for tea, and the nail polish that I've got on my nails has absorbed the turmeric. So now my nail polish has gone all yellow. So let's have a look. See if that one's cut straight, because I can't seem to cut straight to save my life. That's a bit better. Let's ink the edges on this one. So sorry, this is a real simple, a simple one, but it was just something I wanted to do, you know, for a journal. So she could go down the bottom there. Yeah, I think that was probably better. Oh, it's like the three bears, isn't it? Mummy bear, baby bear's too small. Daddy bear's too big. And mummy bear might be just right. So we'll have a look and see. It was daddy bear and baby bear. And before I do that, I'll just get my corner round her as well. There we go, Mummy Bear's the best, isn't she? So we'll Mod Podge that onto the base. So just bear with me again. 1 second. In fact, I'll just put that paper that I was using underneath just to save my desk a little bit. There we go. Probably been a bit over generous now. Oops, a daisy. There we are. So we'll pop that in there. And I'll just use the borders to accent it a bit. And then we'll get our queen. I just need her to come so that I get all of her finger. And that she's low enough. She's low enough down. Oops, a daisy. Smooth her out gently. No, I'm not sure whether this will smudge, but I'll go over it nice and gently. There we go. And then call that a day on that bit. Right, we'll just clean my brush off a little bit. And then I'm going to just dry it off a bit, so I'll be back in 1 minute. So there we go, it's dry. And what we need to do now is pick a key. And I've got a little bulb clip here. And I've got my keys. So we'll have a look and see what we fancy in the way of a key. So I'll just pop my card over there and we'll empty the keys in here. We'll have a look, see if there's anything a bit Alice in Wonderland related. Father Christmas. There's a little rabbit there. That's quite a nice key. And there's a key with the Queen's a heart on. Just 1 second. I suddenly had a thought that I'd got some little clocks somewhere as well. So I could have a few little charms on here. Let me just have a look. There's a little clock there, that's quite sweet. And I'm just wondering if I could perhaps glue that somewhere on the bottom. Of my card. He's watching the time, or whether to put it, I won't use the little rabbit there, or whether to put it with this key and have it as a timepiece as well as the key for the Queen, which that might be nice. Yeah, I think I might do that. Now I'm not going to glue it on that side because that side's wobbly already. So I'll just move these out of the way for a second. And we'll get the crocodile so that I can make a hole. So we'll get our little eyelet and pop that in there. And then I've got a reinforcer to go on the back. And then I just want to change my setting. Oh, that was lucky. Just hope I picked the right one now. Yeah, lovely. There we go. So we'll pop that in there, and then I might have a bit of scrap lace or something in this little box over here. Let's have a look. Just to take a snippet of something else to put with it, although it's a bit white, so we'll just stain it a little bit. There we go. There we are. I never know which way around these are supposed to go. Okay. No. See, that's twizzled round the wrong way now. So I like put it through the back. That's better. So I know it's a really quick project and very simple to do, but it's just what I needed for tonight. And you know, it's just for a little standalone piece in my next Alice in Wonderland journal. And So yeah, we've got Little White Rabbit on the front with his stopwatch, and then when you turn it over, we've got the Queen with her key, and she's shouting at the White Rabbit that life is a journey and only you hold the key. So there we are. Okay, so thank you very much everybody for watching, and I hope that you'll join me in my next video. So until then, take care everybody, and I'll say good night. Good night.